I want to talk about Whoopi Goldberg because I got so many this week because she attacked me the week before. Sure. So she was, everybody was like, oh, Bill, I get you're enjoying the karma. First of all, I'm going to talk about this at the end of my show next week, teaser. But there is no thing as karma, okay? Get over that. Whoopi attacks me on a regular basis. She says stupid on a regular basis. They just happen to coincide. Yeah.
Sausage maker Johnsonville is recalling more than 42,000 pounds of pork sausage for possible contamination with plastic fibers. Fortunately, authorities were able to track all 42,000 pounds to a single location in New York City.
Whoopi Goldberg just had a major on-air meltdown. And no, it wasn't because of cold coffee or bad camera angles. Bill Maher and Greg Gutfeld joined forces for a sharp verbal takedown that had everyone talking. So, what did they say that seemed to push The View's biggest star over the edge? Let's just say, by the time it was over, even her Oscar looked like it wanted to leave the shelf. Buckle up, because this wasn't just another TV clash.
Oh, it's so cute when one of their side gets punished. They sulk like they ran out of raw cookie dough in the green room. Yeah, ABC suspended Whoopi for 2 weeks because she said the whole had nothing to do with race. She said this on a show called The View, which makes everything about race. Except now.
The Holocaust isn't about race. No, it's not about race. It's about
a different race.
But it's not about race. It's not about race.
What is it about?
Because it's about man's inhumanity to man.
Yeah, that's heroically stupid.
It turned into a moment people won't forget. It's so cute when one of their side gets. Whoopi Goldberg has long acted as one of the biggest voices on The View, running the show with confidence. Guests are often put on the spot. Opinions are delivered with plenty of attitude, and almost no topic is off limits. But this time, the spotlight shifted, and that caught everyone off guard. Whoopi wasn't leading the conversation. She found herself at the center of it. And the ones putting on the pressure.
Liberal privilege, Whoopi hangs on, which is fine since she apologized. But not before digging an even deeper hole than the one in her head.
And finally, new rule. Stop saying that Whoopi Goldberg getting yanked from The View right after she attacked me on The View is karma. There's no such thing as karma. Sorry. Sorry, but life is random. The only word to describe it when a big game hunter gets trampled by an elephant and then eaten by lions is hilarious.
Bill Maher and Greg Gutfeld. Together, they delivered a series of sharp remarks that left the daytime TV veteran looking completely caught off guard. Instead of sounding thoughtful or balanced, Whoopi's monologue quickly ran into a wave of criticism. Here was someone many critics say has spent years deciding which opinions deserve a platform, now talking about the value of open conversation and tolerance. To some, the contrast was hard to ignore. You could almost picture the audience
that not everyone on that platform or who consumes stuff on that platform enjoys. And The View is a particularly weird place to do a cancellation.
It's called The View?
It's called The View. It's not called The Facts.
Yeah, but isn't it interesting that it's called, I mean, I don't think they meant this when Barbara Walters invented it a long time ago, but it's The View.
Well,
that's the problem in America.
But
there is one view,
right, and
one
that's clearly
true opinion, and everybody else can go sit in the corner.
That's
raising an eyebrow at the moment. That's when Bill Maher and Greg Gutfeld, never ones to let an opening slip away, stepped in and delivered their responses with sharp timing. That was the moment Bill Maher, wearing his trademark smirk, jumped in. He didn't raise his voice or lose his cool. Instead, he used his sharp wit to point out what he saw as a clear contradiction. Whoopi talking about free speech while, in his view, often dismissing opinions she disagrees with on her own show. Greg Gutfeld quickly joined in, adding his usual mix of sarcasm and pointed remarks. He argued that Whoopi came across less like a fearless commentator.
Yesterday on The View, otherwise known as Hell's DMV, Whoopi Goldberg asked how much different are the values of the Trump administration from the ban.
We have a leader who has repeatedly demeaned women, wants to defund organizations that benefit women, calling on the media to shut up, specifically wants to give preferential treatment based on religion. Are these values really much different than the bans?
Wow. Talk about groundbreaking to actually hear a celebrity say something mean about the ban. How dare they compare them to Trump? The ban should sue. Guess they ran out of analogies. So as they bash the president, I'm reminded how entertainers rarely express any rage over any strand of misogynist ism. If they did, we might take their rage toward Trump seriously. A reminder that throw at girls' faces for going to school. Yeah, I guess that's like defunding Planned Parenthood.
And more like someone enforcing a double standard. By the end of it all, the conversation had completely shifted, and Whoopi found herself defending her position instead of leading the discussion. Then, Greg Gutfeld stepped in like a late-night comic with perfect timing and plenty of sharp one-liners. While Bill Maher made his points with wit, Gutfeld leaned into sarcasm, and Whoopi seemed caught off guard. He didn't just point out what he saw as her contradictions. He lined them up one after another. He argued that she talks about tolerance but often cuts off opposing views, and praises open debate while criticizing those who challenge her perspective. With his trademark grin, Gutfeld suggested that Whoopi's idea of discussion feels more like a one-way speech than a real conversation. The room didn't explode with reactions. It went quiet.
I'm old enough to remember when it was the conservatives who hated the Jews.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bill Maher, who has been the standard bearer for liberalism and in many ways leftism until the woke went bananas in this last decade, but for decades, that's what this guy has represented in America. I want you to note the tone they all talk with him. I want you to look at Sonny Hostin's body language and the way they look at him and everything else, just because he is a lefty who hasn't gone completely.
Whoopi tried to change the tone and defend her position, but Maher and Gutfeld stayed calm. They simply kept making their points, and by the end, the focus had shifted from the debate itself to questions about her credibility. Gutfeld took one look at Whoopi's attempts to regain control and didn't let up. He wasn't trying to win a deep philosophical debate. Instead, he used humor to keep the pressure on. Every time she tried to change the subject or defend her position, he answered with another sharp one-liner. His biggest strength was turning what he saw as her contradictions into the center of a joke. Whoopi tried to show she was still in charge, but Gutfeld's humor kept stealing the moment. Rather than making long arguments, he flipped her own words back at her, making them the punchline. As the exchange—
By the way, out there, that hat that you keep wearing, that red hat that says "Make America Great Again," that tells people that you go along with this. So you might as well just put a swastika on the hat.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Because we see it anyway.
I'm not going to defend Donald Trump ever, but I would never say that we should put the swastika on the cap, because I think you can hate Donald Trump. You can't hate everybody who likes him. It's half the country. I don't want to live in that country. I don't want to live in the country where I hate half the country. I don't hate half the country.
How dare you disagree?
The exchange continued. Her confidence appeared to fade while the audience focused on Gutfeld's relentless style. By the end, the conversation had completely shifted, and Whoopi was left struggling to regain the spotlight as Maher and Gutfeld finished making their case. Greg Gutfeld's strength has never been just the facts. It's the way he delivers them. He has a talent for turning political clashes into memorable comedy. And when he focused on Whoopi, he treated the moment like the perfect setup. Rather than picking apart every argument, he relied on humor and sarcasm to make his point. With each joke, he challenged not only her opinions but also the confident image she has built over the years on daytime TV. His style was simple, sharp, and easy for audiences to follow. While Bill Maher leaned on debate, Gutfeld—
Their brains are small. But who's the dumbest one of all? True, none of them are in Mensa, but who's the most densa? Perhaps it's Sonny who mastered the art of making idiots look smart. Now, The View could ask a mirror who's the dumbest one of all, but there's no way that glass doesn't